Great! Now let's go!
What's up, guys? It's your boy Daima Boom, and I am back for another video. So these last couple days I was trying to look into Dragon Ball Daima because I finished watching a few shows I was really watching. Like, I just finished Squid Game, so I was trying to watch Dragon Ball Daima. I was like, okay, they got a few episodes packed up, I could watch it in dub. I know they got some dub episodes ready. I'm excited and I'm ready to go. When I checked out the episodes for Dragon Ball Daima, I was shocked. I was disappointed to see that there was only one episode of Dragon Ball Daima in English that was out at the moment. Then when this video releases, it might be 2 episodes, but still, I don't care. This show released in October of 2024. That's like almost 3 months ago. Why is it taking them so long to release English dub episodes? So in this video, we're just going to go through the English dub history, my thoughts on the English dub of Dragon Ball, and yeah, let's just get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z back in the day. So we're going back to the 90s and the early 2000s. So Japanese Dragon Ball Z ended in like 94, 93, 95, and English dub Dragon Ball only started coming out around like the late 90s, like 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, and then they go into the early 2000s. It was getting released like early 2000s. That's when they first started doing like the dubs and the good dubs for Dragon Ball Z. That's when they started to release it. So there was a gap, but this is the old days. This is 30, 20 years ago. I understand the gap. Anime was not as popular as it was back then. Anime was not in the place that it is right now. The dub dropped for Dragon Ball Z in the late 90s and the early 2000s, and everybody loves it. All the American people love it. We love the English dub. We're tied to it. This is what we grew up on. And then you go to the late 2000s when I started watching Dragon Ball, and then when all like my generation started watching Dragon Ball, and man, like, this is what we grew up on. We grew up on English dub Goku, English dub Vegeta, English dub everybody. Like, we ain't play these games. We ain't watched no Japanese Dragon Ball. And there's nothing wrong with Japanese Dragon Ball. Well, we grew up on the English Dragon Ball. So, going into, like, this break, you know, Dragon Ball went away for a little bit. And then you go to the 2010s, early 2010s. You get fans making fan videos and stuff, and it was all dub because dub was the most popular American language, like, for Dragon Ball. And you got, then in 2013 you got Battle of Gods. So I watched Battle of Gods. My brother showed it to me, and it was in Japanese. I was confused. I was like, okay, this is different. It's Japanese, and it was still good, like, because by this point, Naruto was out. Naruto was the first anime I saw that when it switched to Japanese, it took a minute to get used to it because I watched English dub Naruto for a long time. And then you get to Shippuden, and it took a minute to understand, like, oh, okay, so the episodes aren't out in English yet. And you gotta wait so they release the Japanese dubs, the Japanese subs before the English dubs. And I was like, okay, I understand it. Because back then, anime still wasn't as popular as it is right now. And so when Battle of Gods came out, I was like, oh, okay, so it's in Japanese. But I watched Naruto by this point, so I was already used to the subs and stuff. So I started it was just a one-time thing. I just watched it because I was like, oh, I haven't watched Dragon Ball in a long time. It's been a long time since we got something new from Dragon Ball. So I was willing to accept the sub of it. So I was thinking, okay, this is just a one-time thing. So 2015 comes around, you get the release of the Dragon Ball Super, and Dragon Ball Super, I'm trying to watch it. It's in sub, and I was so mad. And then the Frieza Resurrection F movie, I was mad because that didn't get released in dub sooner. And then Battle of Gods also should have been released in dub sooner, because I remember it took them like a year to get Battle of Gods in English. And then it took like a while to get Resurrection F in English. Like, people could watch it and stuff. It just was like, what is going on with these dubs getting released so slow? So Dragon Ball Super releases the sub version. And this is my first time. Even I watched the Battle of Gods movie, I don't remember Goku voice sounding like a woman, like weird. So when I watched Super and heard Goku's voice, I was like, what is going on? Why does Goku sound like that? It took me a minute to get used to it, but actually, I really do like Goku's voice now in Japanese. So, yeah, Super, it just took a minute to get finished, and they really messed up with that. Dragon Ball Super should have been released English and Japanese the same time. That would have helped them out so much. And I don't care. This is when anime by this one. By 2015, and this is Dragon Ball, the biggest anime of all time. Naruto's up there, but Dragon Ball has shown that it's the biggest one. Boruto messed that up for Naruto, but Dragon Ball is the biggest anime of all time, and these dubs should be released like by each other. My Hero Academia does not play about this. My Hero Academia releases dubs close, very close to each other. These new gen anime are releasing these animes close to each other. Like, I was looking at Don, and Don had those English dub episodes out. Those English dub episodes were out already. I'm like, yo, that's a brand new anime. They're already cooking, and Demon Slayer, none of these shows, they don't play about that no more. They released the English dub episodes, and Dragon Ball Super just really blew it. I remember watching the Tournament of Power in like 2018 in sub, and I went to Adult Swim, and Adult Swim was still on the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 like tournament, when Cabo fought Vegeta. They was still at that part. It was like, okay, they are going too slow with the production of the dub, and they should be at the Tournament of Power, or at least be a little bit behind the Tournament of Power. They're just going way too slow, and very, very disappointing. I remember Naruto Shippuden, they was really bad with releasing the English dub too. Like, Naruto gets a little bit of a pass because, once again, Naruto Shippuden was coming out during the time where dubbing was not popular yet. Anime just wasn't as popular yet. But by 2015, Dragon Ball Z, and this is 2018 now, when the Tournament of Power was coming out. By 2018, release the dubs. Come on. My Hero is killing y'all. So, Dragon Ball did the Broly movie. I don't know what happened with the Broly movie, but Dragon Ball stepped their game up with the Broly movie. I remember those trailers dropping for the Broly movie. It was back to back. You had the English one drop and you had the Japanese ones drop. It was like, okay, they doing good. Like, they get the English people like excited about Dragon Ball. They haven't cared about the English people in a long time. So I'm looking at the trailers like, oh, okay, so we getting the English one and Japanese ones at the same time. And that day when they dropped the English movie for Dragon Ball Z Broly, I was there in that theater. That junk was so fun. Very good experience. They did a really good job of releasing it, and I was just happy. I was so happy just to see Dragon Ball Super being released fast like that. You get the English dub Broly already? Like, that's a big deal. And then you get Superhero. They messed it up. The promotion for Superhero was terrible, and they was acting like they didn't care. They really was acting like they didn't care. I didn't even know if it was an English version of Superhero releasing. They just did not do a good job promoting that movie. And then you get to Daima. They dropped the English trailer for Daima maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks after the Japanese trailer already came out. It was like, okay, this is not a good start. Broly was dropping those English trailers with the Japanese trailers. They was doing a really good job promoting it. Daima, they dropped they English trailer a little bit. Maybe when the show already premiered, they might have dropped the first English trailer, and that's bad. That's not a good thing. And now we're to this day, right now, currently, we got one episode, maybe two by the time this video releases, but they ain't dropped nothing yet. Daima is disappointing the fans. This is not the way they should promote Dragon Ball. English dub is a big audience. They're really coming off like old heads. Japan, man. Some of Nintendo, how they release their stuff, it'd be like, yo, release some of your old stuff. Care about the fans. There's nothing wrong with giving the fans what they want. That just makes you more money. It just makes you more money. That just makes no sense to me, but tell me how y'all feel about it. Do y'all think I'm tripping about English dub and sub? Or do you think I'm actually telling the truth? Like, us American fans grew up on Dragon Ball, and we want to see it in English. That's how we grew up watching it. Dragon Ball's not even a deep show like Naruto, where you can accept it being in Japanese. It's not even that deep to be thinking that hard. I don't want to have to focus on the screen and watch Goku just punch guys. That's overdoing it. I just want to see Goku in English doing his thing and having fun. But peace out.